Hello and welcome. In this video I'm going to go through my favorites in high-end category. I have already previously done my favorites in affordable price range and then kind of mid-price range around 10 euros to 40 euros. So this category is from 40 euros up. I actually don't have a huge amount of this kind of luxury or high-end makeup just because of the price point. I've been trying to be quite picky of what kind of products I purchase, so I watch a lot of reviews and ask recommendations from other bloggers and YouTubers to kind of know for sure beforehand that I'm going to love those products. Some of products are something I've been keeping my eye on for years before I purchased, and some are a bit newer ones. But let's get started so you'll know what my favorites are. Let's start from the primer. This might not be that big a surprise that I too love this vitamin enriched face base from Bobbi Brown. It's just a beautiful product, especially if you have a dry combo skin, but also for oily skin. I think actually that this is marketed for oily skin, so it's strange product. What it does is that it gives a lot of hydration and softness to your skin, and it kind of makes your skin more even though it's not any kind of filler primer or silicone primer or anything like that. The scent is heavy because of the natural ingredients in this one. So if you are sensitive to scent, so I suggest you go to store and test it before you purchase it. It doesn't last long on skin, but it's definitely there. This includes shea butter and vitamin C and E, so it's supposed to be very nourishing, and I can certainly feel the effect that shea butter does. I love that myself in skincare overall, so maybe that's why I love this primer or base or treatment, what's how you want to call it, but it is a great one. Another primer also is very well known and hyped primer, and it's the Meteorites from Guerlain. It's just beautiful product. It kind of, for the first times when I tested this, I felt like okay, I don't really understand, and it was a bit underwhelming experience, like okay, what's this? This is kind of a gel-like thing, and of course yes, these pink pearls are pretty and fun to use, but there is a quite so strong scent, and I didn't quite get so impressed about this until I started using it, especially on the days when it was hot during summer or my combo skin was leaning towards the oily side. Then I realized how great primer this is to kind of hold the oils in control, but also moisturizing to your skin, so it evens out a little bit of skin. It's again not a pore filling primer, it's more like moisturizing and oil controlling primer, but my makeup goes on to my skin so much more beautifully. It's really an effect I can see if I apply this primer on half of my face and not to the other half, and then I use the same foundation. I can see that it takes more work on the non-primed side to get even and beautiful foundation, so this definitely helps. Is this something you definitely must have? No, there is very close dupes for this. For example, the primerizer from Smashbox is very similar to the Guerlain one, so there is definitely dupes. But if you want to splurge, if you want to give a gift for yourself or someone else wants to give you treat with this kind of product, then it's definitely worth it. In foundations I have a clear favorite. It's the Clarins Skin Illusion foundation. I've had it now for months, and every time I use this, I just love it. I have it on today, and I love how it's very serum-like, quite liquidy foundation. It takes a little bit of time to work into your skin, but when you do it, you get this really even, surprisingly full pigmented layer, which is very, very skin-like, considering the fact that this is high medium coverage. It has a little bit of glow, so it's not a matte, but it's a beautiful skin-like glow. And what's amazing in this one is that this lasts amazingly. This lasts 10 plus hours easily, without significant problems with breaking out or smudging off or anything like that. And as I have quite oily nose, this one still looks good also on my oilier areas as well as on my dried areas. So this is beautiful, beautiful foundation. Again, as it tends to be with the high-end products, there is a scent. In this one it's quite fresh, but it's there. So again, if you're sensitive to scents, you might want to test this in stores first. But this is foundation. If I want to be 100% sure that my makeup is looking good this day, I'm going to use that primer. And combined, these two is like foolproof. It's like nothing's going to happen on my makeup when I'm using these two. So for sure, this is my favorite. Then I have few cream products. The more older I get, the more I love cream products. Maybe because my skin is getting more and more dry, but I also like the natural finish they give. This palette from Hourglass, this is the Illume Sheer Color Trio. This started the cream product love with me. I saw this in YouTube and in Instagram and multiple places, and the hype that people told how easy it is to wear and how beautiful it looks and how great the shades are just convinced me. And then last summer, when I had a little bit of extra money, I purchased this, and it's love ever since. My lash is getting off, so okay, we can continue. It is just beautiful. During that time when I purchased this, I thought that this kind of blush tone, this kind of peachy coral blush tone wouldn't work for me. And oh, how wrong was I. I'm so surprised that it's really beautiful also on this kind of cool, very fair skin. It gives just a little bit of warmth, but it's not too obviously peachy or coral tone. It's quite natural actually. And this is a palette I travel with because it's so fast and easy to use. I get the contour or bronzing, I get the blush and also the highlight in same package. And I know that my skin is going to look beautiful all day because my cheeks are the driest area, and as I can use this to my cheek area, it's going to make my skin look very hydrated during the whole day. So definitely this is very well worth the price. After I purchased that palette from Hourglass, I was so excited about cream products, so I just had to get more. And then next items my eyes got were these sticks from ByTerry. I have actually nowadays 4. Please don't count how much money I used on these. All of these are duos, so there is all of them has a darker shade and then a kind of highlighter shade or lighter shade on the other side. This one is a shade Amber Light, which is beautiful bronzer shade for me. Of course it's going to be glowy bronzer, but it's what I already love, so I don't mind. It's very easy to travel with. There is a sponge on the other end, but as you can see, I don't use it. It's just, I have a different brush which I love to use with cream products, and I use it with this. So this bronzer shade is beautiful. Then I have two blush shades. This is number 2, it's Terra Rose. There is quite bright pink and then pinkish tone of highlighter. If you want, you can just smudge these together and apply to your skin, or you can use it like to have the highlighter on the upper side and the plus on lower side, and so you can add your highlighter and plus at the same time. What has surprised me most is this one. This is number 3 Peachy Petal, and this is very orange. This is, when I first applied this, I thought that okay, this is way too much, but when I apply it to my skin with the brush and even it out, it's very, very beautiful. It's still quite bright, so it's something I use during summertime, but it's just a beautiful blush. And okay, again, there is this highlighter side, so it's going to be glowy, but again, I love that. Then they have, this is quite a new one. This is number 4 Cream Melba, and this is a cool toned one. All of those others are very warm toned. Even though there is pink, it's kind of warm pink. But this is more like a highlighter product, I would say. There is almost white highlighter, and then there is this cool mauve pinkish kind of shade. This is something I use as a highlighter because it's so cool toned. Highlighters, let's stay in that area. Again, cream product. This is the violet version of the these luminizers. These are from Kora Organics, and I have all those 3. I have this purple ones with this amethyst, then they have this rosy toned with this rose quartz, and then they have the clear one. Oops, it's called Clear Quartz Luminizer, yes. It looks like white in the pan, but it's actually clear on your face. I'm wearing today this violet one, and it's strange that it does give just a little bit that cool tone on a highlighter. I don't have any other highlight today, only this one. So there is a little bit of that cool kind of sheen on the skin. And I have applied Powder Plus on top of this highlighter, and you can see it still glows through it. So this is very, very highlighting. It's not in a blinding way, but it's like in a luminous way that you get that wet look, not metallic look, but wet look, which is really beautiful, at least to me. But these highlighters are something that I use these pretty much daily, just because I love how fresh they make my skin look. So they are just beautiful highlighters. Then next favorite, I have been posting about this palette in my Instagram feed quite many times, and I did my eye look today with this. And every single time I use this palette, I absolutely love the results what I do. And this is of course the Nude Pop palette from Kevyn Aucoin. I hope I say it even remotely right. Even though this is limited edition, I checked today that it's still sold in, for example, US Sephora and Beautylist and different places, so you can still get this if you want to. This is cool toned palette, and that's one reason why I love this, because good cool toned palettes are still quite hard to find, especially this good. There is only this very, very golden shade in the middle which is warm toned, and all the other shades are cool toned. This is also quite everyday kind of targeted for everyday, I think, because there is only actually one darker shade. Well, this is also, but there is a little bit of sheen in this one, so in eyes it's not so dark. This is only matte dark shade in here, but this is so beautiful for everyday makeup. There's so many great crease shades, matte crease shades. There's actually 4, like these two, this in the middle, and then there is this one also. There is 4 shades which have a little bit of sheen, not pure metallic, but a little bit of sheen. And then there is these 3 glittery shades. There is this pink and gold glittery shade, and then there is this very interesting kind of brownish, greenish, purplish shade. It doesn't have that much glitter as these do, but it's a little bit of glittery shade as well. But this is something again which I travel with, because it's so easy to use. It's so easy to make looks with it. I have to say that it's not the most versatile palette. I tend to get quite similar looks, but they are beautiful looks, and they are fast to do, easy to do, and the whole color story in this one is something that I love so much that I just want to use it every day. Then I have 3 lipsticks. 2 of them are because of the formula and 1 is because of the shade. Let's start with the one I'm wearing today. These are the new, what are these called? I have a paper. The lipstick, okay, alright, not very surprising name. These are named called the lipstick. There is Koishimaru silk in it, and these are targeted for mature women, and I can understand why. There is, in all of these, there is, these are not matte, there is a little bit of glow. They are kind of cream lipstick formula, basic kind of, but what they have done is that they have added a little bit of orangey toned of sheen or shimmer. You cannot see it, but there is a little bit that kind of shimmer or sheen, which cancels out the cool tone of your lips, which when we get older, our lip color, the natural color is going to get more cooler. So that's why when you get older, the lipsticks are going to look a bit different on you if you use the same lipstick. So it's not going to look the same when you're 20 or when you're 50, just because the shade of your lips is getting cooler. And if you want to look youthful, you want to have some kind of lipstick that is more to the warm side. So with this orange kind of sheen, they make even cool toned lipsticks kind of shift to warmer side, and that's going to give a youthful look to your makeup. And also there is this silk product which is going to give your lips more moisture and make them look more fuller, so they look like younger lips. There is 15 shades. I had 5 in the PR package and I absolutely love all of those. I will have these watches of these 5 lipsticks here. They have surprisingly lots of pigment. They are not all the long-lasting formula, so you need to apply these during the day. I don't mind it, but if it's something you want to have that you don't need to apply, then these are not the right ones. But these are so comfortable on the lips. I had actually this shade yesterday, maybe 8-10 hours, and even though I need to reapply, it still looks great. My lips didn't feel like I have lipstick on. They felt so comfortable all the time, and my makeup just stayed very, very beautiful, their lips parts, all day. So I really love this new formula. This shade what I have now is number 14, Suzuran Nude. There's no way I'm going to be able to pronounce this in English in right way, so I'm going to write these shades to the film. Then another formula I've been raving in Instagram and a little bit in my favorite videos as well is this Modern Matte formula from Shiseido. I have 3 shades which are quite different, and in all of those the formula is similar or the same, so at least in these 3 there is no difference with it. These are a bit more thick than the Sensai ones, and these are a bit more long lasting again than the Sensai ones. These are more matte, but these are not full matte, so these will transfer, these will smudge off, so these are not something you can wear all day without applying again. But these are very, very beautiful on lips, and there's a lot of pigment, so if you want a bold lip you might want to test these. In both of these lipsticks, in Sensai and the Shiseido, the price is of course quite high, but if you are a person who wants to have 1 or 2 good lipsticks, both of these are great picks. Then the third one is actually, yes, it's the formula, but for me it's the shade. I've been raving about this since I purchased this, I think a year ago or so. This is from Estee Lauder. It's like this. The shade is Sizzling Metal. This is their lipstick formula. I think this is very similar to the Envious Lips, or what's the called, what their lipstick formula is usually, but this is metallic shade. It's a very, very subtle metallic shade, but there is a little bit, and this is quite bright pink, just a little bit of orange toned, and then there is this beautiful golden orange metallic sheen in it. It's something you can see when you have a close, if you watch closely you can see it, but on lips it's just make your lips look interesting, if I can say so. It's just beautiful color. It lightens up the whole look you have, and it's so comfortable on skin, and this lasts very well, even though that this doesn't try to like perfect matte. It still stays a bit tacky. It still lasts for hours and hours. I've been using, I think, for 6 hours or more, and this has been still good on my lips, so it's surprisingly long lasting. But this is definitely, the shade is the first thing for me, but I really love the formula as well. These don't dry my lips, these stay great. They look good, whatever you want from lipstick, just beautiful. So here were my favorites from high-end products. There is, again, it's an area that I have a lot more, but I'm not going to make this video any more longer, as it is already quite long. So these were my favorites. Please leave in the comments your favorites. So what have you been loving of the high-end products, and if you have any requests for the videos or questions or anything, please contact me from the comment section, or you can reach me on Instagram as well. Now I wish you have a great day and see you next time. Bye bye.